Welcome to Passion for Fashion. Each week we endeavor to see that fashion victims are gone for good. Today it's all about survival as we venture into the great outdoors. Hot or cold, wet or wild, these are the designers that have your backs covered, whatever the weather. We look at celebrities that know how to shelter with style and the pop stars that don't need a map to guide them round their closet. Time to wrap up in only the best. Today, our show is a shining example of how to brave all the elements Mother Nature can throw at you. Cara Delevingne brought the outdoors indoors in this Mulberry campaign. Come on, Cara, you can't stay in your house forever, even though your owls are cute. There is so much to see outdoors, including more owls. Hey Cara, there's a host of designers who want to keep you warm. You could ask one of your friends at Burberry for one of their iconic trenches. The trench is a coat once worn by soldiers, but has since become a must for its full-length protection from rain and wind, as well as keeping you looking cool. You may want to look cool, but you don't want to feel cool. The winter coat is a wardrobe essential, as sooner or later that season will strike. Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors and Superdry have each considered our warmth, but perhaps not our wallets with these jackets. Karl Lagerfeld designed a line of winter-inspired outfits for his fall collection. If that iceberg is real, those furry all-in-ones will certainly be keeping those models warm.
So 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
A winter jacket is not enough, however, for those wanting to venture onto the slopes. Moncler took things rather literally with this ski slope-themed catwalk, but there is no doubt that they are one of the most forward-thinking ski wear brands out there.
Big black boots, long brown hair.
Although their colors may be subtle, it's their shape and designs that will make you stand out on the slopes.
You home with me.
If you fancy an ice skate at the bottom of the mountain, Moncler will keep you steady.
I said, are you gonna be my girl?
Dolce & Gabbana wowed Milan with their ski-inspired collection. Ski fashionistas may go crazy over those goggles, but those snow boots and big sweaters are winter winners for all of us. You don't always have to go high-end just because you are going to high altitudes. 66 Degrees North is a brand whose origins are Icelandic. If anyone knows how to keep warm, it's an Icelander. They can keep that giant snowplow, though. Looks very dangerous. Right, it's got too cold. Let's head to the beach.
Little sister, don't you?
Tommy Hilfiger must have heard us as he built one for his summer collection. His California-inspired line will suit the athletic beach babe. This scuba outfit will turn heads, even underwater. D-Squared 2 took the Tiki Girl as their inspiration. And threw a full-scale tiki party on their catwalk, complete with bar. Jason Wu, Hervé Leger, and Marc Jacobs made 2012 a summer splash with their swimwear collections.
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Everybody's gone surfing, the Beach Boys once sang. And Quicksilver, Billabong, and Roxy are counting on it. Together, they are leaders in surfwear. Billabong throws an annual charity ball in which surfers take to the catwalks in their clothes.
Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Hey guy, sugar move, let me out of here.
And finally, it wouldn't be a need-to-know Great Outdoors special if we didn't discuss camping. Staying out in a tent may not be for everyone, but this D2 line will please most. Couture camping, who would have thought? If you want to design a tent to go with your attire, Christopher Rayburn not only used camping as a source of inspiration on the catwalk, but took it further by designing a tent. It's great stuff, but looks pretty muted compared to Zandra Rhodes' offering. No hiding from bears in this. Belstaff is a label that has risen to prominence of late due to their new store launch and a certain David Beckham, but it's been keeping us warm since the 1920s. It wasn't only the 20s that was roaring. The era's motorbikes were roaring too as they became the coolest way to travel. As the motorbike rose in popularity, demand for protection from the elements rose too. Eli Belovich created the all-weather jacket for those bikers with his new company, Belstaff. Soon, Belstaff went worldwide with the rise of the motorbike. Lawrence of Arabia was a keen motorcyclist who chose the brand. Amelia Earhart, an aviation pioneer, flew in Belstaff jackets, and revolutionary Che Guevara was a fan too. The motorbike monarch of the silver screen, Steve McQueen, chose Belstaff as his favorite. His main item was the Belstaff Trial Master jacket, which now has fans in Angelina Jolie and Kate Moss, who modeled the campaign for the brand. Belstaff has a history with cinema, having dressed a range of colorful characters from Indiana Jones to Sweeney Todd. When aliens attacked the Earth, Tom Cruise was there to save the day in his aptly titled Belstaff Hero jacket. Ewan McGregor was the face of the brand in a campaign intended to hark back to Steve McQueen. It's hard to believe that the brand struggled in the 90s. After Labalux rejuvenated the label and Tommy Hilfiger became a consultant, the brand became a must-see for their catwalk shows. Belstaff is now a major player in fashion and has a new flagship store in London. David Beckham brought in the motorbikes for the opening of the 5-story shop in Bond Street. Beckham may have also invited his new friend Anna Wintour, whose presence can only cement its reinvention as a top label. Belstaff have not forgotten their past with their latest collections. Recent catwalks use their biker jacket as inspiration, and also the famous waxed cotton fabric to construct these chic numbers. Time to get on your bike. It's now time for our countdown. These are some of the singers that have jumped out of the woods and into the charts. At number 5, it's Robbie Williams. Robbie was the very British cowboy for his video, Feel. Working on a ranch in the Canadian mountains can get lonely, so Robbie called a pre-Kill Bill Daryl Hannah to come and spend some time with him. In this video, Daryl wore this cozy-looking jacket to brave the snow on her horse, and Robbie chose this heavy trench. Robbie hired former Burberry designer Ben Dickens for his own label, Farrell. Although the brand was short-lived, his quilted barn jackets and pea coats would have been good additions to his mountain adventures. Florence Welch is everybody's favorite fashion kook. Karl Lagerfeld loves her. Frida Giannini loves her as well and designed Gucci dresses for Florence's tour. So when she stepped into the great outdoors for her video Rabbit Heart, it was always going to be something a little different from a typical woodland trip. In fact, this resembles a Mad Hatter's tea party. Picnic wear has never been so ethereal. Tucked away in Bloomsbury, London, is Lamb's Conduit Street, which has become a haven for British designers who deliver on the more rustic side.
Our factory in Manchester has been making raincoats for over 100 years, and Private White's given it a new lease of life. It's thriving again. We also source fabrics, textiles, everything we can from within the British Isles. This coat's called the Northerner because it's hardy and it'll last forever, essentially. This is one of the warmest, most durable coats we do. It's made of Ventile, which is a miracle fabric. It was developed during the Second World War for Spitfire pilots. It's waterproof, breathable, windproof, and 100% cotton. It's soft, it's luxurious, but it's also unbelievably practical.
Another shop which features on Lamb's Conduit Street is Oliver Spencer, but you can also find his designs for the outdoor man on the catwalk. Folk is another UK company that can also keep the elements away. US brand J. Crew has moved here. Their holiday campaigns show they can dress you whatever the weather, from an icy Argentina to a sweltering Morocco. With J. Crew's arrival, things on Lamb's Conduit Street may not remain a secret much longer. Don't wait too long to visit. Coming up, we return to our countdown of our naturalist nightingales. We join the crowds as we look at festival chic, and we turn up the temperature as we hit Rio Fashion Week. Right, back to our countdown as we find out who came third in our list of woodland warblers. At number 3 is Ellie Goulding.
Hit me with lightning, handlebars, then I let go for anyone.
Not only does Ellie burn up the charts, she has also made explosions in fashion. She has BFFs in Cara and Rita Ora and is usually found on the front row of catwalks. Ellie is obviously a fan of stargazing as she stepped outside at night in her video Starry Eye.
Everybody is starry-eyed, and everybody knows. Oh, everybody is starry-eyed.
She was kept warm by this cute woolly hat, and her boyfriend too. For her #1 smash hit Burn, she brought the festival to herself.
And we're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. Gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn.
Although organising an outdoor party on a runway is perhaps not such a great idea.
And we're gonna let it burn. Good morning and good night. I wake up at twilight.
Carly Rae Jepsen is the city girl who is just after a good time. And where else better to have one than a camping trip? Carly is an expert in glamping, it seems. That's glamorous camping to you and I. Knowing it's smart to wear a closed-toed shoe in the woods, she has chosen Isabel Marant's silver sneakers. Tie-dyed cutoffs are a little more boho than the usual denim cutoffs, although let's hope she packed the insect repellent. Those legs are pretty vulnerable. The best look she's achieved is making camping look fun.
'Cause it's always a good time.
It's so good to be back. It's so good to be back on the soil.
There is really no need to end up covered in mud at a festival. These are the designers and celebrities that have honed their festival chic.
It's so good to be back on the soil. It's so good.
D2 seem to be the masters of outdoor wear. Here they show you how to remain boho and cool at the festival. As you can see, the Wellington boot is a key item, and other designers have their own take. Ashish has encouraged nature under the boot to grow up and around the garments of these models. I guess it's one way to get in tune with nature. If you're after some rather special Wellington boots, Louis Vuitton have these high-heeled versions for the most glamorous festival goer. And Prada produced these epic wellies just in case Glastonbury becomes a swamp. You can't mention festival chic without mentioning Kate Moss. She has hit festivals with impeccable style. She pretty much invented the combo look of hunter wellies, short shorts, and whatever she has to throw on top. The rock star boyfriends are also a good accessory. Sienna Miller is another who sets a high bar. On a hot day, you'll find her in a vest, but most of the time she keeps her look boho, accessorized with a hat. Emma Watson is used to designer glamour and sees the festival as no reason to tone it down. She even took this Vuitton corset with her, next season no less, and the Louboutin wellies are also worth a mention. If you want to know how to tackle the great outdoors in style, look no further than this collection of films. Wes Anderson took his childhood dreams of love and made them a magical reality in his film Moonrise Kingdom.
I want to go on adventures and things.
Two adventurous 12-year-olds find companionship and escape to a tented world on the beach.
Do you love each other?
Yes, we do. Tilt her head sideways.
Susie Bishop, played by Cara Haywood, was an instant fashion icon. She chose to explore the world in an impressive collection of looks. No wonder she has luggage to carry. Her shift dress and knee socks are the most chic an adventurer can get.
This is my favorite record album.
When Cara took to promoting the film in Cannes for its premiere, the lucky girl was dressed head to toe in Vuitton. Now for something a little less glam.
We will risk death a number of times.
Meryl Streep thrilled fans in the whitewater action flick The River Wire. If you want to pull this look off, you're going to need some serious waterproofs. Fashion truly follows function in circumstances like this, but that's not to mean it cannot be a strong look. Own it like Meryl.
This war is lost on the battlefield and is being lost twice over by those who stayed behind.
Life out in the wilderness during the Civil War never looked as good as it did in Cold Mountain.
Miss Lovey-Dovey!
Surviving the wilderness, both Renee and Nicole go practical with big jackets, but we think Nicole wears that hat pretty well.
Moi aussi, faut que je rentre au phare déjeuner.
Things are about to get hot. Brigitte Bardot helped popularize the bikini in the film The Girl in the Bikini. Fellow Frenchie Louis Reardon designed the bikini, a now essential piece to pack for the holidays, but at the time Bardot wore it, it caused a fuss. The bikini made a splash in the film The Beach. Virginie Ledoyen fascinated Leonardo DiCaprio in this blue triangle bikini.
Why? Just making conversation.
This simple design is timeless. Here it is, our countdown number 1. Bjork is a music maverick, as well as someone who pushes the boundaries of fashion. She has used nature as her point of inspiration for her music many a time. When she launched her solo career, she made us all scared of the woods with this bizarrely brilliant human behavior video. Who would have thought a teddy bear could be so terrifying? She is the mother in Mother Nature. Let's take a look at how she has tied music and fashion together in what will be an offbeat Bjork for fashion.
And so peaceful until you fall in love. Simple
Bjork has always been a musician playing by her own rules.
is caving in.
Due to her individuality and talent, she has worked with the greatest fashion designers, photographers, and producers. From her first album, Debut, it was clear that she was special. Big-time sensuality with its video of her in New York quickly became iconic. Wanting to change her look, she worked with the newly graduated Alexander McQueen. His catwalks were always spectacular events, and Bjork knew this would work for her album Homogenic. McQueen shot the cover and directed the video for Alarm Call. Stepping out once more into the great outdoors, McQueen chose a jungle for Bjork. She floated quite happily with snakes and alligators around her, until the piranhas caused her trouble. McQueen dressed her up in a beautiful beaded dress that didn't leave much to the imagination for pagan poetry. And in this giant bell for her video, Who Is It? When McQueen died, she performed in this design at his memorial. It seemed made for the Icelandic songstress. You can't mention fashion and Bjork in the same sentence without mentioning that Academy Awards dress. She took her Marjan Pajowski swan dress to the red carpet, laying eggs as she went. Her love of nature has had a huge influence over her work. The video for Yoga took Bjork back to Iceland to wonder at its volcanic landscapes. Being fascinated with nature, Bjork had a dream meeting with David Attenborough. They hit it off, talking about how music and nature worked well together. Bringing them together is what she did with her album Biophilia. For the visuals, Bjork asked to borrow some pieces from the avant-garde designer Iris van Herpen. Iris's shows are always eye-catching and have used nature as an inspiration. She was once an intern for McQueen, and this show was about the embodiment of wilderness. Bjork wore one of her pieces for the video Moon, as well as the album's cover. There is no second guessing with Bjork, and we guess there never will be. We love her for that. To close the show, we thought we would finish in tropical Rio. Once a year, the best beachwear designers come for Rio de Janeiro Fashion Week. Blue Man opened the week, but look out for designs by Salinas, Trier, and Herchkovich, as well as a much talk about line by Coca-Cola. Until next time.